What is up, my friends? It's Joelle, and welcome to a very casual what I eat in a day. This is what a kind of typical work day looks like for me. Start out very early in the morning and obviously have to hydrate first thing. I'm normally kind of half awake and pretty much in a zombie-like state. I'll just throw on some clothes to go to the gym or to go work out, find my dog, obviously let her know that I love her every single day, and then head to the kitchen. This morning, I was going to be a little ambitious and try to actually cook a breakfast. Normally, I just shove something in my body like a piece of toast, but today I thought I would actually prep a meal, and I started just soaking some anchovies and kelp, which is just kelp soup stock, I guess, that's used in a lot of Korean recipes, and it's the base for my breakfast. I let that just soak as I was going to work out, and then when I came back, I boiled it for around 15 to 20 minutes to get my stock all nice and flavorful, and I ended up only using about 3/4 cup of that for Keranjim, which is the steamed egg that I was making. Let's be real, I don't know if I said that right, but I'm trying. This is one of my favorite Korean dishes. I take 4 eggs and beat it with a little bit of soy sauce to season it, and just pour that egg mixture into my boiling anchovy kelp broth. And then because I'm using a Korean stone pot, it retains heat super well, so I actually just turn off the heat right after I pour it in and let it sit for about a minute, 2 minutes. Maybe I'll give it a nice little stir in between just so that it cooks evenly. But truly, this is one of the simplest and one of my favorite Korean dishes ever. After you let it sit for a little bit, it looks like this. And normally I'd throw some scallions on there. I didn't have any today, but I shared this with my little sister because I can't eat this whole thing on my own. We like to season pretty much every dish with chili oil in my house. So this is some boon sauce that I'm adding and just stirring it in. I know it could look a little intimidating because it looks a little undercooked, but it's just the water from the steam. I promise it's safe, it's healthy, plus people eat runny eggs all the time, and if you like your eggs hard, girl, I don't know what you're doing, but I just eat it over rice and it's incredible. Right before I go to sit down at my desk to get work started, I always make some sort of latte. Normally coffee with espresso. This is not actually illy espresso. I just grind my own beans and use this airtight container, but I'll have some coffee or make myself a matcha latte. I do use regular dairy milk. I'm so sorry to my vegan friends, but truly, to me, nothing can beat a freaking whole milk latte. I'll normally take this to my desk and get started on my work day. For lunch, I normally try to do something really simple and easy. Today, I'm just reheating some old japchae from the Korean market, which is just stir-fried sweet potato noodles with a little bit of veggie. On top of that, since I live with my family, my dad normally makes a really delicious salad every day for me. So I'll just come down and eat it straight out of the salad bowl, which I know he does not love, but I'm trying to minimize the number of dishes I make, you know? Even though I don't normally take a full hour lunch break like I'm technically supposed to, according to HR, it is really nice to just break up the day. It's normally my time to maybe go on a walk, socialize with my family a little bit, which I always appreciate, and just take my eyes off a screen. This is probably not a great habit, but I love to end my meals with something kind of sweet, so I had this leftover hotteok that I made. It's basically a sweet, chewy Korean pastry with honey filling inside. It's so delicious, so when you toast it, it's all melty inside. I also have to admit, I'm sadly addicted to seltzer water. Spindrift supremacy, baby, and my whole family loves this stuff. And honestly, something about the carbonation just keeps me from falling asleep and hitting that post-lunch slump that I feel like a lot of us deal with. Since I normally don't take a full hour for lunch, I always like to go and get a little snack later on in the day. Today, I'm having a morning bun since y'all know I have a huge sweet tooth, and again, have to toast it since every baked good tastes better warm, and I bodied this with my little sister. It was so good. I'm literally watching this clip salivating, wishing that I had another one right now. Truly, for any of y'all that work 9 to 5, you know how much it revives you to have that little afternoon snack. So this is a part of my day that I find incredibly essential. I normally try to clock out of work at a pretty normal hour to be able to have dinner with my family. Even if I have to work more, I'll just work after dinner. Today, my younger sister Danielle and I tag teamed making some Chinese broccoli and beef. It is a family favorite, and the day that I was filming was actually the Mid-Autumn Festival, and normally you celebrate it by just having a big feast with your family. Sadly, my family is pretty busy, so it was just us, but you know, we had a grand old time together. Additionally, to be completely honest, by dinner time today, I was so tired and grumpy and really trying to be in a good mood. But honestly, I think that's an exercise I'm really thankful for living with my family, just realizing that we have pretty limited time together. We only really spend meals together, so even when I'm in a bad mood, I really try to pull it together to be pleasant for my family, regardless how the rest of the day went. And because it was the Mid-Autumn Festival, of course, had to end the day with a mooncake. If you've never had a mooncake, they're literally one of my favorite desserts of all time. They're little pastries normally filled with different creams or bean paste. One of my favorites is red bean with no egg yolk. I do know that lotus cream with egg yolk is a fan fave. I think these cakes are so beautiful and I've loved them ever since I was a kid. They're meant to be shared with your family, even though I could literally eat like this whole box on my own. But it was a delicious and decadent way to end the day. So I hope you all enjoyed seeing what I eat in a day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you. Jesus loves you. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.